ukabila ndio kwao. Hardcore shafika, ukweli na hakika, kadiri na shika, furaha wala hiki, kwenda kwa mashabiki, waji kuziki, beef na fiki, hit na dhiki, muda muna wiki, mimi na himziki, split ni mukiki, kutafuta ziki, kwa makini mfulisa, mchima la sili, feel me.
Don't you know we're talking about a revolution song?
Self, and you don't realize it. You don't realize it that God has been imprisoned. The devil was able to imprison God. So right inside your own self, your God self has been imprisoned, and you have a false sense of self running rampant inside the temple. This is why, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We have to bring reality's temple here on earth. Reality's temple here on earth.
Yes, sir.
We have to realize the enemy is running rampant inside this temple, and we have to recover.
Yes, sir.
Because white supremacy is a clinical dis-ease. It is a dis-ease, and the dis-ease has been running for so long that they don't need, the white man don't have to continue to kick your ass on up front. He has made it so that he has gotten into you like a virus and you kick your own ass.
Yes, sir.
And it even has trickled down to some of us right here in the so-called conscious community.
Right.
But I just love it because, you know, it's always been in my heart. It's always been in my mind, and it's something that I live for. I can't stop doing it. And I just want to share everything with the world. Shout out to the brother Taalik that made the video about supporting me yesterday. Shout out to you. I just want to thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Or don't hit back.
Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth. We're being very casual today. I just would like to promote an event that I am planning, and I want to say I really don't know what the date is. If I can or have any idea of when the date actually will be, then I will, if I have the time, I will inform my audience. So if you choose, you may check your brother out on this particularly probably very interesting event. And I wish to say that I will in the future, very, very soon, appear on my sister Lashe For You YouTube channel. Lashe For You YouTube. I expect in the very, very near future to appear on her show as a guest so that I may address certain allegations and accusations that have been plaguing me. It's funny, excuse me, that have been plaguing me for at least 3 years. I have been silent on this issue, having really nothing to say, not really defending myself. And that's why before I appeared on this particular video, I played the video, an excerpt from the movie by Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, whereas he was getting ready to face this opponent, and I guess this opponent wanted to show how big and bad he was, and as you saw, he broke the board, and Bruce said, boards don't hit back. So, you know, for at least 3 years, they've been breaking boards on your brother, and I have not hit back. But now I think that I should hit back just a little taste, just a little bit. You know, maybe I should not hit back at all because they have failed. There are so-called black YouTubers, black listeners on social media who have decided for some whatever reason they don't like me personally. They have accused me of certain things that they cannot prove. That's why early when all of this accusations and allegations began to fly, even before it got started good, I asked these people, face me on Skype, do a Google Hangout, whatever you want to do, face me in person and prove your allegations and accusations with real evidence. Not this make-believe fabricated. In a court of law, the so-called evidence these people have has no foundation. It's not even circumstantial. It's nothing at all. There's no connection to me and their so-called evidence. None at all, except they have formed some type of unbiased, unjust, unproven hatred for me as a person. You know, I guess when you don't think very clearly, when your intelligence level is not that high, I guess you would think that it's easier to attack the messenger of a message rather than the message itself. Because none of them, I want you to listen, none of them have made no attempt to try to refute or debunk what I call real truth. Not a teaching. I don't teach nothing. What I bring to us, the people of soul, not black folks. Black is a color, not African people. Africa is a landmass. It is not a people. We called ourselves in the 60s and the 70s. We called ourselves the people of soul. We were soul brothers and sisters, and I picked that fallen mantle, that destroyed flag. I will pick it up. And like Dr. King said, I will take it and lead the charge to the promised land. And it is so sad because all of us claim that's where we want to go. We claim love for one another. We care for one another. Here I am, a black man. Not only do I have to worry about, well, a brother of soul. Excuse me, not black. Black is a white racist word. Oh, yeah. I am your brother in the struggle. I'm suffering the same thing that you do. I don't have energy to be playing games with y'all. The same energy that these persons use to try to harass and threaten and destroy me, you never see them have the same zeal when it comes to the real enemy. Have you noticed that? we supposed to say, we pretend like we know more or have learned the lessons of the past, but we continue to do the same things that our ancestors did in the past. And Malcolm X is a prime example. The Nation of Islam was very angry that Malcolm left their organization and began to do his own thing and began to spread lies and rumors and gossip on Malcolm. In fact, they began to call for his death. And there are certain persons within the last 3 years or whatever have been making threats on my life, talking about beating me up and threatening my life and killing me. Ain't that some stuff? The Nation of Islam claim they represent freedom, justice, and equality, but yet they denied Malcolm equality and freedom and justice. They did not allow him to come before the believers in that organization and defend himself against the false charges by the leader Elijah and his cronies. And these sick people that's messing with me have the same type of mentality. They refuse and have denied me the right. They won't face me and debate me in person and bring their evidence and prove their allegations and accusations. And so eventually the black Muslims murdered Malcolm. You may say, oh, it was the CIA and all that bull. It was the black Muslims that was talking about killing Malcolm every day. It was the black Muslims that was talking about bringing Malcolm down in the Muhammad Speaks. The FBI and all, and the CIA didn't have nothing to do with the Muhammad Speaks newspapers and the threats those brothers was making on Malcolm. I don't want to hear it. But we're going to talk about all these different things, and we're also going to talk about positive things that we should be doing in order to progress forward, not be like these sick individuals and continue to go backwards when there's no need to go backwards. I want to thank my sister Lashid for giving me this opportunity, because in our conversation she told me I had the right to defend myself. I have the right to face my accusers. Even in the Caucasian people's court system, they say that you have the right to face your accusers. But all of them have failed. Google has failed. All these other persons have failed. The Realities Temple on Earth is doing fine and dandy. And we will do even better when you hear real evidence. With that said, thank you. Like I said, watch this sister's channel. Check her channel out. And check out her Hangouts, her Google Hangouts. And if I can, I will let my audience know when I will appear. Other than that, it could be just a surprise because of my schedules and things. Try to work this out, but definitely it needs to be done. And I am in the wrong place to be real. I feel so out of place. But you know, I sort of understand. And I want to make a reference to religious teaching, whereas the Jesus of your scripture tells his followers that you have to be in this world, but not of this world. So if this is the case, then I am actually walking in the footsteps of your Christ, because the steps he was taking actually wasn't his reality, because Jesus, or this Christ, represented righteousness, but he was walking in wickedness. And the people, since all they knew was evil and wickedness, they saw him as strange. They did not understand what he was talking about, his actions, his behaviors. They saw and viewed this Christ as so different from them. And that is the way it is with me within the so-called Black conscious community, African power, Black power, Pan-Africanism, whatever y'all want to call it. I speak and how I behave and what I talk about, these cannot comprehend. I am in the wrong place to be real. The reason of why there was no support for the late brother Malcolm X is because he was real. This is why it was inevitable that he was going to lead the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam is founded and it stands upon religious dogma that requires belief. And if you are a struggling person under oppression, you don't want to know that you may be liberated. You want to know. And wanting to know means you want it to be real. You want to know if I'm going to be liberated, or am I going to be a slave or oppressed forever? You can accept the reality of the situation, whether it is good or whether it is bad. However, when your mentality, your mindset is not rooted in reality, then you will live in your fantasy world of belief. And in belief, in your mind, and they say it all the time, you have my body, but you don't have my mind. Where is your mind at? Your mind is in your body. That don't make it, it don't make any sense. If I throw you down the hole, your mind is going to go down in the hole with you. No matter what you may think, in my mind, I'm free. I could care less about an oppressor. An oppressor could care less about what's on your mind. I threw you in this hole. Matter of fact, in the next few minutes, I'm going to take a shotgun and blow your brains out. So I don't care nothing about how you feel. You have my body, but you don't have my mind. An oppressor is not a philosopher. They don't care about your philosophy. They don't care about what you believe. I'm very sure that many black slaves thought the same way. Well, Massa got my body, but Massa don't have my mind. No, Massa do have your mind. And he has your mind. He has such a grip on your mind that the slaves, the majority of them, you were allowed not to have change 24 hours a day. And most of the time, Massa did not even worry about you running away. You say that Massa has your body but not your mind, but yet your mind would not allow you, when you see that you have no chains on you, that you would run away. You stayed on the plantation and you stayed under Massa until the day you died. You and your mind. I am in the wrong place to be real. That's far off the topic that I actually wanted to talk about, but I guess it's part of it, because a lot of this thinking, it comes from up out of our belief in religious teachings. I would rather know than believe in anything. And also, why are we willing to wait thousands of years for these miracles? My topic, what I really want to talk about, y'all, and this was supposed to be a very short video. I never can do it. I have to always do the full 15 minutes or more. But what I want to bring to us is that so many believe in the black man is God. And then nowadays, there's a new teaching on the scene. I thought when we say the black man is God, I thought that meant both. But clearly there has been a gender split down here somewhere. When I was taught back in the day that the black man is God, we say black man, but we really mean the black man and black woman. As you know now, I don't like the word black. I call it the people of soul. However, I do not want to put this on the people of soul. You know, we should have grown beyond racism, because this is a racist teaching. It is. It's a racist teaching. If it was not for racism, this teaching would not exist. There's no dark-skinned people on the planet running around talking about the black man is God. Show me. Show me any African nation, any so-called African spirituality, any African people prior to Europeans. Show me, please. Educate me, please, where they taught and believed the black man is God, or the black woman is God, or black people is God. Please show me, teach me. I still would not agree with them. Don't make them right. But I just want to know, prior to racism, when did dark-skinned people call themselves black? According to the book Roots, Kunta Kinte did not call so-called white people, the pink people, white. He called them the Tubob or something like that. And the Native American people referred to them as pale face or something. Where did this, when did people start calling them white? They created race, made themselves white. They made us black. They made other people these different various colors and so forth. They created racism by themselves. And because they have conquered the earth, others have adopted their sick way of looking at life and others. Now, I'm off topic again. Let me get back to what I want to address. And that is, the black man is God, or the black woman is God. There are countless videos. No, the black man is God, and this is the reason they give. Oh no, brother. That's old information. The black woman is God, and her womb and so forth and so forth. Now, technically, I did make a video just for the sake of argument. I would think that God would be a woman. And for those of you who want to check out my opinion, just put Angel Snutting Up 7 or the Reality's Temple on Earth or whatever. Google it. The black woman is God. However, it should pop up. But we need to let go of all this stuff for real. This is the question I want to bring to us. We're being casual, so. Okay, for the sake of argument again, the black man is God. The black woman is God. Let's just say for the sake of argument, both of y'all are right. Let's just say for the sake of argument, you both are right to some degree. The black man is God. Black people are God. Now, remember, you're making a claim. It's not good to write a check that you can't cash. So if the black man is God, the black woman is God, if black people are gods, what is your power? I never heard these people, they say that the black man is God and the black woman is God, black people. What are your powers? And if you had all this power, then why was the European racist pink people able to come and conquer you, and you had all this power? They had the power to destroy God. Now, I have read as a child many comic books: Superman, Batman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and so forth, Wonder Woman. They can be called gods. And Superman has X-ray vision, super strength, cold breath. He has all these powers. He's a god. Actually, he is. He's a god. Fictional, but he's a god. And we can describe and know Superman's power. He can fly, without an airplane and so forth. The black man and black woman is God. Y'all know where I'm coming with this. What is your power? Here I am. I'm called a black man. And if I am God, what is my power? And how can I use my power? Because believe me, once you show me how to use these powers and I know my power, Caucasian people, racist pink people, y'all is in deep trouble. But you know something? These are fairy tales. These are delusions. Because not too many years ago, let's go back to the 1960s, these people was lynching outright God, raping God, sicking dogs on God, spraying God with fire hoses, making God beg for a job, and the other atrocities that have plagued God going on 500 years. Where is your power, God? You can't even unify with another God. You can't even love another God. But you're God. I've never seen gods, when they talk about Greek mythology, they hate each other and jealous of one another and so forth among the gods. Here you are, you're God. No, the reality of it, brothers and sisters, you and I have been turned into niggas. That's the bottom line. And the only thing you can be is a nigga until you change your mindset and let go of all this stuff that's clogging your brain, so that your brain can get you and I out of this situation once and for all. Again, I will hopefully in the very near future, I will be appearing on my sister Lashee For You Google Hangout. Don't have a definite date, but it will be in the near future. I would guess maybe Thanksgiving holiday sometime. I'm not sure. If I have time, I will make a video and let my audience know so that you can hear and see your brother live on Google Hangout. So be watching out for that. Now, for the topic at hand, what do I want to say about this? I don't have a lot of time, and listening to videos and watching what is going on in the so-called black conscious community, but I do see more and more divisive behavior, more and more jealousy, more and more hatred towards one another. They keep talking about bang on the beast. I don't see them banging too much on a beast. I see them doing whatever they can to make their situation worse. This is very sad. I do want to talk about, and I did listen to my brother in New York. You know him as Sinetta, Black News 102. I did catch a portion of a video where he was talking about asking his audience so that he can get a news van. And that's all well and good. You know, it even came to the point where it seemed as though the brother that has, unlike myself, I only have two subscribers. Hey, subscribers. Hey, number one. Hey, number two. I only have 2 subscribers. But Sinetta has thousands of subscribers, and he's begging. He's begging for a van. You would think that somebody like him, having thousands of subscribers, you should not have to come before your audience and look like a beggar. But he did it, and it sounded, I mean, he sounded so pitiful and pathetic. I'm sorry. Sounded so pitiful and pathetic. Let me tell y'all a quick story. As many of you know, I am a former member of the Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's what he is called now. When I was in the Nation of Islam, he was just Brother Louis Farrakhan. He was not the Honorable Nothing. He was Louis Farrakhan, the national spokesman for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's what he was. There was no Honorable Nothing. When I was in the Nation of Islam, I remember when Louis Farrakhan basically didn't have a pot to piss in. I was there in the early 80s, in the very beginning of when he was beginning to rebuild what he calls the Nation of Islam. That's when I was there. And now you see the Nation of Islam as it stands right now. Do you know the reason why Louis Farrakhan rose so quickly? It's very simple. Do you want to know why Louis Farrakhan rose so quickly? It's very easy. It's because people like me who pledged to help him, we put in work. See that, y'all? That's a W. We put in work. The Muslim brothers, there is no brother and sister that you wouldn't want on your team than a FOI and an MGT. The brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, back then and right now, the brothers and sisters in the nation, they put in work. That's why they have what they have today. And they could have even more if they had leadership that was more competent, but they don't. So you can put in work and you can work on a car, but if the car don't run, then all your work was in vain. You understand? So it's not only about putting in work, but the correct work that you must focus on. Now, so now you have Sinetta begging. You have the black conscious community. Nobody really knows. You can go out on the street right now, and not a whole lot of people know about black conscious community, the black power. They don't know about a whole lot of that stuff. The masses of the people, there are millions of people in this country who don't know nothing about Kemet and the black power and Sinetta TV and Brother Polite, they don't know nothing about none of these people. Not even Dr. Umar Johnson. They don't know nothing about all that stuff. The only reason why we know about these people is because we play on YouTube and Facebook and so forth. But the masses of the people, they should know. And the reason why they don't know about Dr. Umar Johnson, Sonetta TV, Brother Polite, Sarah Seti, and all these other people that's running around is because y'all claim to support them, but you won't put in the work. See, when I was in the Nation of Islam, the only thing on my mind was work. What can I do to promote Louis Farrakhan? What can I do to promote the Nation of Islam? I visited churches. I visited dope houses. I visited all kinds of stuff. Nobody didn't have to tell me nothing. I didn't have to receive orders from my lieutenant or my captain. I was interested in the work. See, here you are. Dr. Umar Johnson even complained. I should have this school by now. Dr. Umar Johnson should have the school by now, but you won't put in the work. Buying a van for Sonetta should be easy. Before the week is out, thousands of subscribers, you should have the money. In the Nation of Islam, that is no excuse. I don't have a job. The majority of time, my early years in the Nation of Islam, I didn't have a job. I found a way to make some money so I could pay charity, so I can grow my nation and support Minister Farrakhan. If I have to pick cans up off the street, sell bean pies 24 hours a day, whatever it was that I needed to do to raise the money, that's what I done. I put in the work. Man, I'm an older person right now. I wish I could get that energy back, that fire I had when I was a young person, and do. Matter of fact, I am going to do it. I'm going to put myself in a position, and the next time you see the Reality's Temple on Earth, you won't recognize me growing so fast because I know what it is to put in the work. And the only people I want around me are those who are going to put in the work. Otherwise, you can sit your ass down. I'm not interested in you. It's nice that you support me. It's nice that you like me. But if you don't want to put in some work, then really we have nothing to say to one another. You got to put in the work. So actually, the so-called black conscious, black power community, whatever you want to call it, they are failing. It seems as though because you have a small group of people going to debates and lectures, it seems like you have something going on, but that's nothing but some church action. If you put in the work, within the next few years, you will be just like Louis Farrakhan. You would have thousands of people come to hear you and support you. If the people right now who claim they support you put in the work. I was reading the comments in the Google Hangout that Sonetta was having, and somebody was talking about, man, I would help you. I don't have no job. That's not no excuse. If you really believe in Sonetta, if you really believe in Sarah Seti, Umar Johnson, or whomever, then you put in the work. You find a way to make that money. The same way drug addicts find a way to get their drugs. The same way you find a way so that you can eat. It don't seem like you miss a meal. You find some kind of way to eat. See, it all goes back to people. They are hypocritical and they are fake. They will support you as long as they don't have to do nothing. That's another reason why so many people like Dr. Boyce Watkins and all like that, they always praising Minister Farrakhan and brown nosing him or whatever, but they won't join the Nation of Islam because he gonna get put to work for real. He's not doing no real work. When you join the Nation of Islam, it's real work. And that's the reason why so many brothers and sisters got angry at me when I left the nation, because now more work falls upon their shoulders. Somebody has to do the work. Somebody has to do the sacrifice. Somebody has to suffer. You're not willing to do that. You're not willing to do that for Sanetta or Polite or Sarasun Seti or Young Pharaoh or anybody. I had thousands of subscribers before Google terminated my channel. My subscribers didn't do nothing for me. I asked them to do things that didn't cost them a dime. And the ironic thing about it, I'm not going to say all. I had a few handful of people that would do something. But the ironic thing is that I had more Caucasian people who listened to this ministry that would take action more than the dark-skinned people, the so-called black folks. Ain't that a shame? If Sanetta and all these other brothers and sisters was talking to Caucasian people, you see what Caucasian people do. Donald Trump is in office. There's a reason for that. You might not have seen it. They put in some work. I saw it. I saw it early. I already had an idea that Donald Trump was going to be president. I don't care what, all that stuff. And Donald Trump became president even though the media sided with Hillary Clinton. They had a rude awakening election day, didn't they? You got to put in the work. Sanetta and all your brothers and sisters that's out here that's doing what you claim that needs to be done, you need to be helping them, but you're not. You don't have no money. Find some money. Remember J.J. Evans? I'm not telling you to go out and steal. But you need to find a way to make it. I didn't have to steal. I did what I had to do to make my charity. And I put in the work. That's why in my community, I don't care what some of y'all suckers talk about, but the people in my community who know me, they know, they saw, every time they saw brother, I was putting in the work. Even if they said, man, there go that crazy Muslim. I'm crazy because I was out there doing the work. They saw me all the time doing the work. So how are you going to get free? How are you going to build a nation? How are you going to liberate yourself? How are you going to do anything, all these things that y'all talk about, when the only thing you want to do is sit on your ass and watch a YouTube video? Go and be a cheerleader. Go Sarah Susan Sadie. Go Polite. Go Sanetta. Go Angel Snapnut 7. You know, a cheerleader. I don't need no cheerleaders. I need people to get off your ragged ass and go to work. Alrighty then. I'm Angel Snubnub 7. And of course, this is the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. We on this day, I'm making a few videos this day. I'm very casual. Actually, you know, I really don't feel like making any videos, but I want to talk. I'm so tired, but I want to talk. And I hope that you bear with me. And on this Vizzy, let us get busy. Just talking, just being casual. Just like we're sitting in person together. Now, I hope that you would invite me at least on your street. I didn't say into your home, at least on your street. There are those who wouldn't mind taking a few shots at your brother. I haven't done anything to anybody. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that makes some of these people just so angry that they want to hurt your brother. I have not threatened nobody. I have not stolen anything from nobody. There's no evidence that I have done anything to anyone, but they just want to hurt me, so they just make up any kind of excuse. I'm kill Angel Snubnut 7. I want to beat his ass. Well, you know, that's cool, but you know, some things are easier said than done. So maybe that might make you feel good, or you think that you're impressing other people, but really, but you know, I never underestimate a nigga. I did not say a person of soul. Black nigga. A nigga whose skin is black because he is a product or she is a product of races. They call themselves black because that's what Massa called them. Massa called them a nigga, and so they are black niggas. No disrespect, because this is what they call themselves. Black niggas. I'm black. I'm a nigga. Maybe they might separate the words. I'm black. Then some people just say, I'm a nigga. But when it's all said and done, they are nothing but products of races, and they have that same mentality because races hate for no reason, unjustified, just because you have black skin, and these do the same exact thing. They don't have to know you. They will hate you simply because you have dark skin. Oh, Negro, you know what you did. Well, what did I do? Prove it. Show the people for real evidence. But they never do. And they never face me in person, face to face, because I will tear that butt up. And they know it. Because they don't have no real evidence. They don't have no evidence. They don't have nothing except some crap they made up. They are no different. That's what Caucasian people do. That's what racists do. Make up stuff on people. Slander people. Gossip. Make up. Fabricate lies. And these lies can send you to jail. These lies can cause you to be murdered. But they are just like Massa. So, hey, it's expected. What was my subject? I forgot what I was going to talk about. Let me see what it was. Oh, yeah. I forgot what my actual topic was. Talking about these nutcases. I haven't even said nothing. Well, I made a promo video earlier, and I would hope that you would join me. Watch my sister's channel, Lashid for you, her Google Hangout, and I don't know exactly when I will make an appearance, and we're going to talk about these persons running around spreading gossips and trying to slander my name and destroy this ministry I call the Realist Temple on Earth. We want to deal with that little negative garbage. It's really nothing. It's children, grown people. I just don't get it. But anyway, we'll deal with that for a little bit. But I actually would like to talk about those things which would cause us to progress rather than digress or go backwards. And I will have my sister's link to her channel in my description box. And y'all catch me later on, should you choose or to want to do that. Or maybe you would like to join them. Because some of these folks would, just because they heard what these idiots have to say, they say, oh, I didn't know that about him. And they just believe the crap. How dumb is that? That sounds so stupid. I am so happy my sister Lashid is not like that. And I'm so glad that the majority of you, especially those who come to this ministry, I'm glad y'all are not simple like that. That's very simple. That's and you wonder why you still a slave. My topic I wanted to talk about, the topic I wanted to talk about is I have a certain group of folks. They like what I have to say, some of it and whatever, but they have chosen to stop listening to the real truth because of my position or my opinion about the black veteran. And I call the black veteran, I call black folks who are cops and jailhouse guards and soldiers and whatever, military folks, whatever. I call them guard dogs for crackers. That's what I say. And I'm not going to soften my platform on that. Those who understand what is being said, they don't have no problem with me. Because I don't know what reason that you have for going into the military. The problem is the military belongs to the people who are oppressing you. That's just like the Jews wanting to join the Nazi army. And then you want me to praise you. The same military that enforced and gave the United States the right to enslave people for over 400 years. You joined that military. And if they gave you the order, you would kill black folks. Because that's what you are. You're a soldier. So many black vets, they don't want any praise. They did what they done. But you have black veterans that actually want you to praise them for fighting for our enemy. I'm not going to praise you. So if you want praise, you're not going to get it from here. If anything, you should feel shame. You should feel humble yourself for making such a mistake. Or if you believe you had to do that, then that's just something that you just had to do to survive. Now, you want this praise, and I will give you your praise. Black veterans, I will give you your praise. Listen up. I will give you your praise. I have relatives that are veterans and so forth, police officers and so forth. They know my position. They don't argue with me. They know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not going to argue with me because you're going to lose. That's just point blank. Because it just don't make sense that you're going to join and you're willing to die for the same people that put chains on your wrists. And many of these black veterans come from service and they was lynched. My uncle just died because he was denied medical, how you say it? Anyway, they would not pay for his treatment of a cancer that he had. And he got tired of fighting the Veterans Administration. And so he just said, to hell with it, drank himself to death, and next thing you know, we found him dead. This is the reality of being a black veteran. Don't bring that garbage to me. But even so, you want me to praise you. I will praise black veterans. I will praise black cops. When you show me that you're willing to die, not only for the racists, but you're willing to die and protect your own people. How many black veterans get together and form some kind of militia and teach our young people how to defend ourselves against racists? You have military knowledge, but you won't teach it to your people. You don't do nothing except sit on your ass and make YouTube videos or do nothing at all. Or you try to justify your military service like you really was fighting for everybody. That's bull. During or after the Civil War, the military went south to protect the newly freed slaves. But that didn't last very long because the Southerners, the racist Southerners, was making deals in Washington because the South was whipped, but they still was not out of the game. And next thing you know, the federal government moved the military out of the South, and then these vicious animals began murdering and killing black folks because the slaves actually was doing better than them, and they just came up out of physical chattel slavery. So now here we are in 2016, and these persons want me to praise them, but they have not done and doing nothing for the so-called black community. Nothing at all, period. Nothing. Otherwise, I would give you your credit. I don't have no problem with that. I would easily say, well, they serve the crackers, but at the same time, these brothers are using their military skills for the benefit of their own people. I have no problem with that. But when it's clear that you're not doing, you want me to praise you because you're a veteran, and the only thing you did was fight and obey the orders of racists, I'm not going to praise you for that. I'm not going to do it. You better go find somebody else that will do that for you. When I was in the Nation of Islam, there were many brothers who were ex-military people, who were black veterans. The Nation of Islam, they did not praise. You didn't get no praise for that. And those brothers didn't expect no praise. They know the enemy used them. They knew that the enemy put them in a position that caused them to go in that direction. Many of them went in that direction because for survival, they didn't know no better and whatever. But the brothers, unlike many of these persons and people, those brothers, black veterans who become Muslims, they are willing to use their skills and their know-how and their knowledge for the best interest of their people. And I have yet to see these Negroes, other black veterans, I don't see them doing that. So I'm not going to praise you. What have you done for black people lately, black veteran? I'm not going to salute you. The only black veteran that I am going to salute and praise are those who are in the struggle for black liberation. I will salute and I will praise my black veteran like Malcolm X and Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Even some of the brothers right now I know have been in the struggle for a long time. I salute the real black veterans, the Hebrew Israelites, the Nuwabians, the Pan-Africanists, and all those who are in the struggle. Regardless to your method, you're trying to do something to get us up out of this horrid condition. The real black veterans. With that said, thank you for listening. Like Don King always said in parting, I wish us luck.